Good day everyone, and welcome to episode number 4 in our series of Cities in Motion. And this is episode number 2 for Bucharest, where we started off last episode, which is down here in the mini-map, our first bus line. And it's going reasonably well. We just should check a few things, see what we're actually doing money-wise. So we did make a profit in the last month of $182, which is pretty good. And we have $4,000 left in the account. And I am thinking, which is always dangerous, that it would be nice to open up another line. And I'd like to do that in a different place. And I also would like to do it in the way that we could actually do some experimenting with changing lines once we set them up, because we haven't actually had a look at that in the tutorial, and I think that could be quite important moving forward. So the game is paused, and I had a look at the map just before coming online or on camera or whatever it is that we say, and I found an area around here which has potential. So we have over here, we have some workplaces for blue collar workers, which is, you know, pretty good. And then we have over here, we have some blue collar worker areas, especially this one for some obscure reason. They work in an office building. I don't know why. But their homes are around here as well. So what I'm thinking of doing as a test, I'd like to run a short. Actually, I'm going to change that a little bit, because I also wanted to mention that there is a hypermarket which is going to be really good for shopping. And here is the train station. Now, who takes the train? Blue collar, business, white collar, I don't know, but we can find out. I'd like to run a bus line that looks more in line with real-world bus lines. So, for example, what am I saying? If you have a look at the way I set out the line down here, you'll notice that I've set out these catchments so that they predominantly don't overlap and they cover off particular areas. But anyone who gets on a bus from here, for example, goes to wherever they want to go. In order to get back, they have to complete the circuit. There's no, if you will, direct line from their drop-off point back to their pickup point, which is not the same in the real world, because normally you take the same bus going back on the same line, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to try and do that up wherever I was here, up here, for the hypermark. Actually, I'm going to start with the hypermarket, and then we're going to modify it and go to the train station. So we basically want to end at the hypermarket. We do a shimmy around a block like that, and then travel back the same way we came. If we're going through here, maybe we'll go, north instead of south sort of thing, because it's a one-way roundabout, and end up back over here, and then put a loop in. What is that? A gatehouse? Can we go through the gatehouse? Imagine we could. Imagine we need to, because we don't want to loop around the... That might be tricky. That might be very tricky, in fact. I don't think we want to do that. Okay. But that's the general idea of what I want to do. Worst comes to the worst, we can gate around this. And if... Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Just a second, please. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't know what happened. I just lost my voice. I still haven't got over this flu thing that I had, obviously. It keeps coming back and nailing me in the voice from time to time. So let's get started. Let's put our bus line in, remembering, of course, that the people in this town drive on the absolute wrong side of the road. Now, we're not going to put the bus stops, directly opposite each other, because that really just not going to work well. But we will put them, up the street a little bit. So it's like half a block away. So it's not too bad. So that's all right. So we'll head off in this direction first. And because this is a one-way... Is it a one-way thing? Actually, I better turn the thing on and have a look. No, it's two-way. Well, that's an odd thing. Anyway, we'll go this way. Okay, well, we might as well put our circuits in while we're going. So that's up the road. Actually, let's stay on the same side of the road as we're going. I'm not going to put anything in the roundabout. That seems to me to be silly. And so we're heading to this guy here. So what we could do is we could go, well, you are, that's the best side for you, isn't it? Yeah. Coming down that way. So I'm going to put you there. Now, these are the big questions. What are you? Picture theatre? Hold on. We need to check these things out. A cinema, an office building, apartment building. Let's just check out homes for the blue collar. Some are there, and workplaces. Okay, so we definitely need to include you. So we've come down here, we've got around here, we're going to go up here. In that fashion. Yep. We probably swing around there, come down here, come out this way, and then come back this... Oh, well, you know what, if we're going to make the loop, let's just do it this way. Put you down the road a little bit, right? We come back to there. Now, this is where we get somewhat complicated. I want to take this stadium into account, but that's orange if I do that. Yellow. Light green. Coming back. So the best thing to do is go up and come in here. What do you get? You get... We want to get the roller coaster, I feel. Which we get if we do that. Then we might come through here and get these guys. And then those guys, and then the stadium, and then we link back to this guy. Okay. Line panel. Create a new line. Add stop. So we're going this way to this way. So far, it's looking pretty good. And finishes off back where we started. Line is closed. Excellent. 6 stops. And I think our first line, I can't even remember how many stops, 17. So it's much more compact, much neater line. I'm going to manage the vehicles for this line. I'm very fond of the Comet 30, obviously. Okay, let's do a little bit of a comparison. 26, 18, 26, 30. Okay, so 30 and 30. Attractiveness is 45, attractiveness is 80, so we'll get more passengers. Fuel consumption is 10, fuel consumption is 10. Likelihood of breakdown is 25 versus 45. 70 versus 60. It's a big breakdown difference. 1.4, 1.0. Okay. Breakdown of 25, 45, 10. What? Oh, and there's more? Seriously? Oh, okay, all right. Well, way not to play a game well. 18. Sternberger Midi. What an interesting looking bus that is. 20. 26. That's quite good. Likelihood of breakdown. Attractiveness is 70. Likelihood of breakdown is 10. Slightly more expensive though. And the Toyota Jutai. 24, 78, 60. Whoa, no. Okay, I'm going to go with these guys. Let's just check the attractiveness again. So it's 26, 70, 11, 10. 26, 70, 11, 10. Slightly more fuel consumption. Slightly less passengers. Much greater attractiveness. Yes, I think we're going to go with these guys, even though they're more expensive. And I think it was Evo Urban, wasn't it? Yeah, Evo Urban. We'll add you to the line, and let's start the line. So, there you have it. And we might just start the game running so that we can see how we go. Evo Urban. Evo Urban. Interesting name. Passengers on board, 0. Yeah, that's fine. I believe it will take a round or two to get them actually paying attention. Nobody went to the cinema, obviously. Okay, so let's check out not the vehicle panel, but the headquarter panels again. We lost $2,000 in the last month. Well, that makes sense. Our company reputation is doing pretty good. Tourists is good. Okay. All right, fine. And our bus currently has 2 passengers. Okay, we'll just close that panel. So we're starting to see populations using these bus stops that have already been visited. And this one looks like it's going to be pretty good too. Perhaps not this one so much. Who's getting on and who's getting off? Yes. Okay. I wonder if you can do profitability by line. Coverage of players' services, popularity, monthly profit. Yeah, we actually need to get that back up above the 0 line. We do. We'll just sit on it for a minute, I think. Because I think now with our 2 lines, we've got the potential to make some reasonable money. So we've got 3 over there, none here. I'm guessing that is the main attraction. And 7 here, oh, that's good. And 8 here, both of those are good. Somebody got off, somebody got on. Okay. Now the other thing which I'd just like to mention while we're here is that when I was cruising around here, I found this earlier on underneath the train station, which is a built-in tram line and tram terminus, which is ideal for us to expand on later on and start our tram empire from this position right here. Basically to cover the entire city would be my plan. So our buses are 9 out of 26 on that one. And already you can see we're getting plenty of passengers over here. So I think this is going to be a good line. It's short and all of the stops look like they're going to be pretty well used. We're not going to have enough space on this bus to take these passengers back. So what I'd like to do, just while that's going on, is find out if there's a way you can check the profitability of lines. And it's not in the line panel. Maybe it's in the graph panel. Company reputation, no. Total debt, company value, monthly profit, that's the one we're looking at. Coverage of players' services, 4% of the city. Good. Ooh, whoa, look at that. What? Monthly profit, that's better. Okay. So we are going to have a serious problem now because we're full. And I think some people have walked away from there not happy. And I don't think that's particularly good either. That roundabout, which really isn't a roundabout, is going to cause us problems later on. And in fact, it may already be causing us problems. So there are 26 on the bus. How many are going to get off to allow those 9 passengers on? Ah, a reasonable number, actually. Okay. So where would the halfway point be in this journey? Would be on bus stop number 5, which is just there, actually. So if we're going to add another bus, that is the time to do it. So I think I don't think I want to spend the money and buy another bus, but I might take a bus off our number 1 line. So let's have a look at number 1 line and manage its vehicles. Sort by income. Well, that one's income is quite low. So I'm going to take you off the run. And I'm going to come over to line 2 and I'm going to add you to line 2. There you go. I think that's a good start. Now, where are you going? So let's just have a look at the buses here. So you are almost full or full, and you are empty. So let's see how we go. You're going to cross each other over. Yep. Okay. Now, let's have a quick look at, not the banks, not the energy, company policy. The ticket price is up a bit. I'm going to put the ticket price up a little bit more. And I am very reluctant to drop the maintenance. But you know what? I'm going to. Just by 5%. Actually, you know what? By 10%. Because we really do need to start making a profit. I know my way around. We unlocked an achievement. Transportation. Let's have a look at this. Build a line covering 40% of the city. Whoa. Transport. Okay. Lines 1 of 15. Build 2 lines of any type. We've done that. Management 4. So we have 70% reputation. We got that. We got a high income. Really? Okay. And now we've earned 500 profit for 3 months in a row. And we have 10% coverage of the city. Okay, well, odds and ends. Oh, I see. We haven't done that yet. Okay, fine. Okay. Cool. This is a real problem, this one, isn't it? 22, and then 13 down there. Whoa, yeah, there is some unhappiness on our line. Okay, so let's just check our numbers again. We have made a 68. Now that is interesting. The monthly profit, $68. Last 24 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 24 months. We need to get that profit up a bit more. And I think we can help do that by rationalising our line down here. Aha! See, I heard you say that. So we've got good take up here, but not much going on here. So that, now what are we showing, by the way? Workplaces for blue collar workers. Does anybody get off at this stop? Yeah, people get off. Nobody's getting on though. All right, as a last exercise in today's episode, let's have a look at removing a stop from a line. Actually, let's have a go at removing 2 stops from the line and see if we can't rationalise this area down here a little bit better. And in fact, let's get rid of these 3 and then bring the line back onto this track. the same as we kept the line on the same track up there, and see if we can't improve our efficiency. Right. Now, of course, if I get this horribly wrong, it will mean that the episode will go for a fair bit longer than was probably planned. So we're going to highlight this stop, which is stop number 14, and we're going to delete the stop, but that's deleted it from the line, right? So next we are going to come down here and delete it, and we'll get $28 back for it. Cool. So far, so amazingly good. So this now is stop number 14, St. Bacchus. Yep. We remove the stop. We delete. No, we don't delete that. We delete you. Yep. And now we're going to delete a calorian, which is what? Which is what? A calorian. Actually, it's not giving me a number, is it? Interesting. 13 is there. So this should be 14. No? Oh, did we never stop there? Interesting. Interesting. Nope, we never stopped there in the first place. Very interesting. Okay, so now we want to insert a line. So we're going to go from 13 and we're going to come back to here on that side of the street, down here. Okay. So we're just going to go back there. And now I want to add a stop. Which is number 14. Hey, it put it in the right line and put it in the right location. That is very cool. Georgi Adamenscu. Oh gosh, my apologies if I'm messing up anyone's language, but I can't say that. Okay. Activate line and start the game, and let's see what happens. And I'm not hearing any sound. I'm kind of wondering where the sound's gone. There it is. That may actually shorten the run of the buses too, which will make the efficiency better. So we took 3 stops out. Well, we took 2 out and 1 that wasn't being used, and we added 1 and we got it back online quicker. So I think that's going to make the stop more efficient. Plus, it would have helped the profit for the month. Actually, what is our time? August. Oh, excuse me. Got random failure of the voice today. Okay, and in the last month, the profit went to 254 from 68. So we are heading in the right direction. That is very good to see. So we've also figured out how to modify lines too, which is going to be a benefit for us in the long run. Now we'll just go up here and have a look at our line here as we finish up the episode. Now we are filling up and not collecting things. So I think we'll wait for this guy to come back up. I wonder how many of the 30 he's going to drop off here. Not that many, actually. Not many at all. He only dropped about 5, I think was the number. So I definitely think we're going to need some more buses. So I'm going to wait till he leaves. Now, where are the bottlenecks? This one here is okay. This one's a bit of an issue. And I suspect that that is a real issue. And these are not too bad over here. Okay. You know, we could probably do with just one more line to pick up and drop off from there. But I think first of all we'll finish. Okay. Now the 30 or the 26 is the answer. And I think we're going to go the 30, just because it reduces our upfront costs. So let's get ready to add another 30. So where are we? It's you, right? 30, 40. Actually, you know what? No, I like the attractiveness better. You know, when you think about the attractiveness, it's definitely going to get more people on the bus line. So I'm going to buy you, and then I'm going to add you straight away to the line. And not going to pick up anybody for a minute or two. But it will balance out. Okay. So how many of the 26 are going to get off at the stadium, I wonder? None. Well, that wasn't particularly good, was it? So where are these guys going? So where are they? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're 39 minutes into the episode, and even though it looks like we're going to run out of money any minute, and my voice, we have actually got the money up over the zero line. Although, yeah, we did spend money on a new bus, so that's fine. And we will be looking at, I think what I'll do is I'll run it offline for a little while and I'll build up the money, not doing terribly much to the lines except perhaps rationalising them. And then when we come back, let's look at a third line. Yeah, very excited to do that. Okay, because that third line will bring us closer to trams, and that's where I'm heading. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining me today. I do hope... Wow, yes. That was way too much noise. Hold on. No, man, that's just no. Thank you. Whoa, that was just way too much noise. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me. And despite being drowned out by a bus, it was a good episode, I feel. So stay well, everyone, and I will look forward to welcoming you back to the Gig Channel when you come back. Until then, stay well, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.